Django 1911 here. Hello and welcome to my channel. Just got in a few knives today and we're just gonna go straight up unboxing. Halo 5 150 anodized 661 T6 aluminum tanto edge blue. Tested. So, like the description said, this is a Halo 5 tanto edge in blue, and this is the VESPA model. So that's what's in the box. Small piece here, it's probably the small piece here is probably the tool. The basic literature, sheath, and the knife. The blue, when I look at it, not from the viewfinder of the camera, it's a much darker blue, more like a electric or cobalt blue. But if I look at it from the viewfinder, because of the light that's reflecting from it, it gives a very light color, that way. But the original color without the light reflecting would be something like this, a dark electric cobalt blue. No, nothing on the finish, no nicks. Finish looks excellent just from external inspection. I hope there's nothing wrong with this knife. So it's got a two-tone blade, a black and a brushed satin, plus the blue. It really looks kick-ass. Being a VESPA model, I would assume that this would not have any blade play. Sorry, just hit it hard. Anyway, there's no blade play, but there's some there's some rattle coming off. No blade play. If there is, it's gonna be induced, because you're just gonna be forcing it. Comes lubed, really good, tested, that's why it's got the proof on the box that it has been tested and checked. I like this one better than the black. The black does have the shiny hardware. This is a sandblasted hardware finish. You know, it's not reflective. It just looks like it's reflecting when you look at it in the video, but it's not. See, it's drab. This one, it looks like it's reflecting, but this one, no. And that's how it looks. Yeah, just nice. Straightness of the blade. Let us see. Wow, that blade is straight. Is it? Yes, it is. It is straight, 100%. There is no wiggle in the 6061 aluminum body. There is no gaps. And the jimping, or this one, this jimping is nicely done. It could have aligned this part here better, but hey, more or less it's aligned, and no, you know, nothing is standing out that it's just horrible. So wow, just by that alone, I would say that this is a knife that you should have. Single action. Single action, because there's another kind which is double action. The Nemesis. This one, that's the double action. This one is the single action. See the Nemesis, it's got this one on the side. Push it forward, it goes out. Push it backward, it goes inside. So it has double action. So push forward, go out, push it back up inside, and then it comes back inside. That's double action. This is just single action. Push this button, single action. Push it again, nothing's gonna happen. You need to press this blade to unlock it. Press this button to unlock it. Pull this one here, so this one goes in. Release the blade, put it back in, and you have a locked blade. Build quality of this knife is superb. When you say it's a VESPA model, the VESPA is most probably a company or a group there in China that's doing this production, you know, just and making sure that this one is produced right. Anodization is different, and it's much thicker. That's why it's much darker. Uniform, you know. It's a nice blade. Microtech USA Halo V Tanto Edge. Black on the grind and brushed steel on the flats. Also in the blood groove there's black there. Wow, this knife is, I like it. Although I haven't used it yet, I don't know how long it will be lasting. Maybe it looks good when it's new, but for how long would it be lasting, I do not know. Let's just say you're gonna be using it just regular usage, nothing too heavy, you know, nothing too extreme that you're gonna be pounding on rocks or whatnot. I think this will hold. The usual the usual things of being a knife, you know, dropping it blade first. It's probably gonna crack it somewhere here. Dropping it butt first. This probably is gonna be taken out of alignment. That's your fault, you know. That's not normal usage for a knife. Although there are knives that can stand by their testament to take those rough abuse, this type of knife is not one of them, because of the mechanism involved, the springs and the alignment of everything. For it to be working fine, you need to better take care of it, and have another knife, the heavy duty one, so that you can do whatever you want with it. This one, it's got a very specific purpose, and if you watch John Wick, that would be its specific purpose. This is more like a stiletto, a piercer. The design is just optimized to be a piercer. And I'd say, wow, this is a nice piercer. A nice one. The limitations, of course, of this kind of knife is, number one, it doesn't have any pocket clip. So you would not be carrying this without this. And this is hefty, see? You cannot conceal this. Maybe you can put it in the ankle, just like what John Wick did. Now that's concealed. See? Another thing is there's no safety. There is no visible safety on the knife. Meaning, if you put this in your pocket, and it's just hanging there in your pocket, jiggling with other things, coins and other things, and when you stand up or sit down, you press this, that blade would be flying into your thigh or wherever it's pointing. That's not good. The solution is carry it inside its sheath. Now that looks nice inside a sheath. And off the bat, comparison between the non-VESPA model, I'm gonna put it here, link here. Check out the other video where I have the same knife in black, but the non-VESPA model. This is the VESPA model, and it's testament because VESPA models does not have the wiggle on the blade. See, there's some rattling here somewhere, but overall there's no movement on the blade. Probably the rattling is in the springs that hitting here somewhere in a mechanism, but the movement in the blade is zero. If I force it, yes, there's a little bit of jerk because you're already opening this aluminum thing. It's just sandwiched. The blade is just sandwiched here by the aluminum body. So limitations of this knife are those. First, you don't have a pocket clip. Second, you have a barrel-like tip. You have a gun-like tip of the barrel that you need to consider. Although it's not going to be flying off like a bullet, if your hand is just in here, when this deploys, it would be doing some damage. Not a lot, but still, a cut is a cut. The non-VESPA, when you insert it, it doesn't have that click. No, see, you can hear it. See, It's not a very uh, what do you call this, crisp click, but it's a click, and by the sound and by the feel of it, it's not gonna go anywhere. I mean, the knife is not gonna fall off. So it's really good. No wiggle, no movement, no sound even. Still the inside of the rattle, I can hear it. And that pull is okay. You don't have to fight the knife or fight this sheath to pull out the knife. It's just a straight up pull. So where would I'm looking for the wear signs on the sheath of where it's being in contact, because it would probably be putting a wear on the finish. But so far I can't see anything. There's no scratches. Maybe this one. There's a small one here. So you always need to have it in this sheath, even inside your bag, so that you can say that you have a safe knife. Nice. Look at that. That's a long blade. I mean, it's just barely fitting. And I feel the view on the camera. And I like this. Let's see, how heavy are you? .1 ounces. Wow. For a knife that is something like this long, stiletto, 5.1 ounces would be just right. But don't forget, you need to add this to carry it safely. So that's a system, and that will be 7.4 ounces, 0.46 pounds, 211 grams, 0.211 kilograms, and 7.4 ounces for the entire system with the sheath on. Without the sheath, 5.1 ounces. I'd carry you any day. Your lightsaber. So, how sharp are you, Mr. Vespa model Halo 5 Tanto Edge? I hope you're sharp. I've been researching on the blade steel they've been using on this one, and I think some were saying that, some were saying, I think it's D2, you know. So D2 steel, Vespa model, Tanto Edge Halo 5. How sharp are you? Well, you need to be sharpened. You don't sound so sharp at all. This needs to be touched up by a sharpener. It's painful too here. But hey, it is okay. I will sharpen you myself. You know, find out where that slight rattle is, because it's not supposed to be rattling. And there you go. Thank you for staying this long. I hope you liked the video. And as always, I will be seeing you guys the next time.